there, sexy souls. We're here for another coffee and tarot. Oh, you know what? Oh, I left my coffee in the other room. Good God. Alrighty, well, okie dokie. I guess I will have cold coffee when I get done. Yay. Anywho, alrighty, so, let's see here. Had a good break. Went on vacation, went and saw family. Now my mother's in town, so I've been helping her out. As you all know, my mother had moved away after my father had passed. So we've been just doing some things, you know. So that's why the break. But you know what? Some of the readings were getting very, like, similar and stacking on each other, and so I thought, well, like, break might do it some good to really bring in some fresh energy. So let's check in. Go ahead, grab your coffee, your tea, even though I left mine on accident. Lemon water, whatever you've got. Settle in. Let's check in with the energies and see if there is a message for you today. Alrighty, well, we're pulling in on the it's upside down. Hold on. Starman Tarot. Sorry, I'll get it together. Let's go ahead and shuffle this up and see what we've got going on. And I've been trying to do the, like, recording it live so I don't have to upload stuff. And, you know, I read all the instructions on how to make it landscape mode so you can see it like this. And it would record like that. Like, it told me to keep my phone on rotate, do this, that, and the other. It'll do just like that. But when I make it public, like, you know, because I record it not public on live stream, and then I put it public, it sends it the other way. And I'm like, what in the... And when you go into editor, it won't let you fix that. YouTube, you need to fix that shit. Fix it. It shouldn't be so complicated to record in landscape mode. I just, you know what I mean? And so, anywho, those readings were too good to not post. So I was like, well, half the people end up moving and doing things and stuff like that anyways, even though I tell you to settle in. So a lot of people don't pay attention, but whatever. So now I am going to record it and upload it, which takes longer. Yay. Is what it is, I guess. Oh, and this is still burning. I have it sitting over there and it's still burning. It really wants to bring in some good. Oh, seriously. Well, somebody's going to go from feeling in lack or feeling like you're doing without Five of Pentacles to Three of Cups to celebrating, to feeling really good. And I feel like there's this sense of withdrawal with the Five of Pentacles. We're jumping right into this bad boy. A withdrawal from the Five of Pentacles of just being in this, I want to say you're tired of being in this shitty energy or shitty mood. That's all we're going to say. That's exactly what it feels like. It is just like, because take a look at these characters down here. Look at how they're hunched over, and it's like scraps. All I get is scraps. Like, tired of feeling like you're doing nothing but getting scraps in life. Recognizing it and waking up to that fact of, like, holy shit, this has been a pattern in my life. Like, I literally just allow morsels. I've survived on morsels. There is a sense of demanding more, but it's also like being so sick and tired. It's almost like hitting that rock bottom, and there's, you know, you can only go up. But I want to say it's not just like your energy is changing. You're not just going to change and be like, oh, well, I'm just going to start having fun, period. I don't care. Because there's a real reason why you felt like you were in this Five of Pentacles. There was a void. There was something that was being withheld, is what I'm hearing, in your life. And I don't think that you had control over this. And so, you know, you just got so sick. I want to say, we're going to use the bad words, okay? So it's like, I'm fucking tired of this shit. And it's like a stark contrast to feeling good. This is the kind of tense headache. I'm getting this feeling in my body right now. This is the tense headache where it's so bad. Like, laying in the dark isn't going to get it to go away. It feels like you want to rip the upper top of your head off. Like, that's exactly what it feels like. It's so intense and immense that, like, you were in such energy, these are the kind of headaches you're having. Like, the level of frustration you could feel physiologically within your body. And now, now something's going to be pouring. There's a lot of abundance. they want me to change that word. That feels like it triggers somebody out there. Like, I'm so, like, you're tired of hearing the word abundance coming. Oh, like, you want specifics, like details. Like, what the fuck is you talking about? What is coming in? What is going on? And so for this, it just feels like something's gonna be pouring down on you. I heard the term windfall when I was looking for, but a windfall of what? Whatever it is, it puts you in a really good mood. A really good mood. And it's just like you see these 3 cups, how they're dumping over on these individuals. And I want to say this, the Kundalini, the snake here, the serpent, which represents Kundalini for me, is completely activated in all the lower chakras right here. Like, it is really bringing to life. So to me, this says, like, it's emotionally fulfilling, but it's something that's going to happen in your tangible world. Because we're talking about root chakra, we're talking about the here now, the 3D, the grounded in energy of your world, right? And then we're talking about your sacral, which is the desire and the pleasure of it. And then the solar plexus is feeling finally like a not self-worth. They keep correcting me, dang. It is like a don't worry, we're gonna get into this. We're gonna break this shit down. It's not self-worth. It is slightly empowered, but just powerful is what they're saying. You feel powerful. You feel present, and while in control can be seen as a negative sometimes in the spiritual world. It's like, you should just be in the flow, not try to control shit. Bullshit. We're humans too, okay? Quit shit. Like if you're only in one, then you're operating, like, there's a positive and a negative to everything, right? Anything can be manifested or experienced in a positive or a negative aspect, okay? So control is not necessarily just a bad term, especially when you're in control of your own internal energies and emotions and thoughts, like your own internal realm. Fuck yes, that's a good thing. Constantly being on flow and can actually be a negative thing where you are at the mercy of those things. And that's not really the way that it's, yeah, no. So this feels like you feel very powerful and in control of yourself and settled within the self. So there's a lot to be celebrated here. What's going on? Okay, so this has got to be something. We've got the King of Pentacles here as the overall energy, because obviously when there's something in the middle and there's 2 even numbers, I am just going to ramble today because I'm acting like you've seen a million of my readings already. And that you know this. Anytime I have an even number of cards on a middle card, so like let's say there's this card and there's 2 and 2, the middle card becomes the overall energy. If I only have 4 cards and there's not a center card, there's no overall energy. We're just going through a story, okay? So for this is the King of Pentacles. This is, and see, that's the kind of thing. The King of Pentacles has mastered all those internal, you don't become the King of Pentacles without being the Queen of Pentacles first. And the Queen of Pentacles is all about honing, mastering, and having, and wielding, which to me is the same thing as control, like wielding your own internal energies, right? They do not run rampant over you. You are the master over them, right? So your thoughts, your emotions, there's something that happens where you go from this something being withheld to feeling like things are raining in on you, like things are just pouring in, and you feel so grounded within your lower chakras for once. And I think that's where the unsettled lack was coming from. But you're in the King of Pentacles energy. So something's coming in to shift this. We're going to find out what that is. Or something shifts. I don't know if it's something that comes in that shifts it or if it just flat out shifts. We do have the wheel. It just flat out shifts. Okay, hold on here. Yeah, there's a change to stability. Okay. Could have gotten, I got that literally from the 2 cards. I didn't even pay attention because everything came out in a big wad to the other cards that were there. But I got all of that from this. You're going to go, like, this switch brings you into 4 of Wands. Obviously, it's all about stability. This is feeling like there is a solid foundation there. and no real need. Like, there's not anything that's up in the air. Let's put it that way. This is a place where you feel like you can go, okay, I'm solid enough. I can almost like springboard or project forward or start moving forward. There's enough of a solid foundation. So you feel secure. And this is definitely, I feel like, it is Pentacles. It is in your, I want to say, within your career, monetary status, finances. Something comes in and it pours down for you. There's a change in, just a 180. Like, as bad as this felt, the Five of Pentacles, with the headaches and with the like something being withheld, when something's withheld, you feel like there's a force behind it, that like there's something that is out of your control that is keeping something from you. So in return, the opposite of that would be something bringing something. So it's almost like Spirit was withholding something from you, and now Spirit's going to pour on you, right? So, and I feel a frustration because I think that you knew. I think that you knew intuitively, but also logically. Like, there's no reason that something shouldn't be propelling forward. There's no reason something shouldn't be expanding. There's no reason I shouldn't have forward movement. Like, you knew there was an external force somehow preventing this. And that's what it always felt like. Even your logical mind was like, yeah, this has got to be, right? Because you assessed everything. You saw it all for exactly what it was. And you're like, there's no reason. There's nothing here that should be stopping me from, you know what I mean? Nothing logical in your mind. Like, what the, you know, you were doing all the logical things to try and get yourself out of this void, out of this emptiness. And if you've been financially strapped, you've done what you could, and probably have tried a million different things, between applying for jobs and doing a million side jobs and like nothing, Sahara fucking desert kind of shit. Like, there's just no way. There's no way. And with all the stories that you hear on the media, especially in the United States, of like people saying like jobs, you know, people are applying for like 70, 80 something jobs and never getting an interview. And they're like, and you think there's just no way. There's no way that this is actually happening. Like some of the jobs that you think require the least amount of skill sets, still nothing. You're like, are you kidding me? Like, I'm not even, I think you went after things that were below your skill set because you're like, I will take anything at this point. Okay. And so there is you're going into a King of Pentacles feeling very solid, secure, and stable in your finances. And from there, being able to make moves because of that. And I think that there were other things that you wanted to do and accomplish in your life. But unfortunately, in today's society, money is the resource or tool in order to be able to do that. So it's almost as if, like, you know, the money was necessary or wanted and desired by you, not to fulfill something with the ego, but to be that tool to direct your energy, right? You want to put your energy towards or behind certain things. Even starting a business costs money, right? There are some aspects and ways in which you can start something, but you cannot grow it without being able to invest in it. That is how our society is set up. There's very, very minimal and few things where you don't have to put in some type of an investment. Even if it is, I have to have a car in order to do this job. Like, there's always something. And so there's this sense of, it is a very real thing, and I know you hear a lot from readers, and it's just the dumbest shit, in my opinion, to hear that money is not the answer sometimes, when it absolutely is in a lot of scenarios. It absolutely is, because you have the desire, the passion, the drive, the motivation, the skill sets. You can have the knowing, the discernment, the calling, and the one thing that can keep you immobile moving towards that would be the lack of the money, because that is how our society is set up today. This is the reason why we talk about, you know, removing the stigma from money. Like, wanting and desiring it is not a bad thing. Okay? Yes, there are individuals who are stuck in a negative energy, whether they have it or not. But it is absolutely very legitimate and true, because we don't just exist in the etheric. This is a human experience, and we are meant to have this human experience. That monetary, because of how our society is set up, will be the thing that prevents us. I can't go to the local store and say, I will do X, Y, and Z for you in exchange for this. It doesn't fucking work like that anymore. So quit shaming people or acting like it doesn't matter, or then they won't be happy, because a lot of people, the thing that stops them is the inability to make the move towards something. And money is that resource and tool to do that. Period. Point blank. Some people want to get too up in the woo-woo and the etheric and forget we're here to have a human experience. You don't get to necessarily skip that or forgo that. That's another version of polarity, guys. That's not, like, it's just not, things aren't just gonna, like, Spirit's just not gonna bring and dump a bag of money on your doorstep. Most people in scenarios don't get a person that's gonna come and say, here, I'm gonna give you a house for free. Like, there's just, that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. So we're gonna quit shaming people for saying, I can't do this or that because I don't have money. Because it's a real fucking thing, and it is the truth. 10 of Wands, this has been one hell of a burden. Look at this MFer. Look at him. Look at how he is so beat the fuck up. Oh my God. Like, these wands have beat the shit out of him. Almost feeling like you can't make it up those stairs. Like, every which way you've been hit is what I'm hearing. You're so burdened and slowed down. Look, there's a scorpion here. It's literally like this scorpion could just take you out of your misery. Like, literally just. There's something about setting this on fire. I don't, it's almost like if I could just get up here, I could set this thing ablaze. Yeah, it's the money. It comes out underneath this. I could do, like, you have everything. I just know there is, whoever this is for. Fuck anybody else who wants to say that this is not true, accurate, or whatever. You know what I mean? Or who want to question that money's not the answer. Bitch, yes it is in this situation. Okay, I'm the one channeling, not you. All right? And if you're in that mindset, get the fuck up off of this. This is not your reading, okay? Because the one fucking thing in this scenario that is stopping you is the lack of money. It is. Because whatever it is that you're meant to propel forward on, that is the one resource or tool that will get you there. You see, some people get the money and they don't have the skill set. They don't have the discernment. They don't have the drive and desire and passion and the calling. They don't have any of those things in place. They don't even have, they still have lessons to learn on how to integrate all of this. They don't have the mastery over their own internal realm. And I want to say that, but you do. The thing that's been missing in this scenario is that resource or the tool. It's almost like the warrior that's about to go to battle, who has trained for this their entire life. And the war is finally started. Oh, okay, we're going Marvel, people. We're going Marvel. It is almost as if it's like Thor. Thor and his hammer, or his, what's that newer one? I don't know. Anyways, his tool, his weapon, right? He had everything within him. But the thing that brought that to life was that resource, that tool. He powered it, but without it, he made no impact. So it's one of those things where it was like, it was necessary for him to, like, in game, or even in Love and Thunder, like, that is the resource, that is the tool, that is the piece. Yes, a very integral piece that not anybody who wields Thor's hammer can't just, you know, not anybody can do that, right? So that resource is useless in other people's hands, but in your hands, in your situation, in your circumstance, it is absolutely the thing that fucking propels you forward. Okay. Details, bitches, details. today, in case you didn't know, if you weren't aware, I cuss like a sailor, okay? Some of my readings, it doesn't happen. Mostly in my lives, it does. But if this is your first time hearing it from me, welcome! Welcome to the real me! Oh my God, it's showing through. Okay, so tell us a little bit more of this. So we understand this. It is going to happen. And with the wheel, the wheel just usually turns, right? Like, it's one of those things where it's been turning all along, but you couldn't feel it because you were still under the strain of everything, right? Because if you think of like a wheel that does, like any wheel, like here's a point on the wheel, this spoke, it's been going, in order to get all the way over here on this side, it's had to go all the way around, but for the majority of that time, you don't see it, right? If you're waiting to see the wheel turn, you don't, you know, and so, but once it gets to that point, once the wheel clicks into place, it feels sudden. Does that make sense? Because the change is sudden. The energy is immediately changed. What is going on? So we're asking about this. We're clarifying this because this is the most important piece. This is something showering down. We understand that everything's going to change dramatically and it's going to bring you stability, and you're going to be more in control over your, and I do not feel like, see, the thing is, the King of Pentacles is the person that has, because of all those that mastery of everything, they have the ability to make moves within their material world, right? If this was a situation where it was like, this isn't a situation telling you need to get your energy straight and then it'll happen, because otherwise I'd have the Queen of Pentacles. You know what I mean? Queen of Pentacles is all about you needing to get into your internal energies. You already had that. Because now with this change, you become the King of Pentacles, which means you can make fucking moves within your life. Okay? Masculine energy is able to to bring shit to life. To you, that the idea, the notion, the desire, it brings it to fruition, right? It makes moves. It builds things. And so that's why I'm saying, no. You've been there. You've been in that energy. This is all about something happening. There's going to be some kind of connection or encounter that's going to happen. Something that you've been worried about. Okay, let's worried that if it's going to happen. What is this? You've been waiting for it. Okay, so this bad health is the anxiety and everything that you've had to endure. Because you've been waiting. It's something that you've been waiting for. And some motherfucker out there is going to be like, you didn't have to feel anxiety. You could have waited a bit. Bitch, have you ever existed where you didn't know where your next meal was coming from, where you didn't know if you were going to be able to have a roof over your head, whether or not you didn't know if like your car was breaking down? Like, I've been in places in my fucking life where I didn't know where rent was coming the next month, or any bill for that fact, where I had only enough money in my bank account to maybe get one meal, and my car was breaking down. Like, I've been in that scenario where every fucking thing that could be taken was, and no way, because I mean, shit, most jobs you need a damn car to get to. So, because some of us don't live in cities where there's buses and public transportation. If I don't have the money for a taxi, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, let's get with this shit. Quit playing fucking around with this stuff. When you, it's Maslow's hierarchy of need. It's psychology. There is no rest unless your basic essentials are fucking taken care of. And when you feel like you have to scrounge and you're facing the notion and idea of starvation and homelessness, which people have to endure. We all know every country's got a homeless population. Coming the fuck out of that shit, not easy. Not fucking easy. Because our society's set up differently. Remember? Society's set up and built where the way that we can exert ourselves in this world heavily relies on money as a resource and a tool for that. So you've been in this anxiety while you've been waiting. You know, this is that liminal space. This liminal space. waiting for an encounter, waiting for something to come in, because this is all about, courtship's all about meetings. It can be romantic, it can be platonic, it's like a visitor, it's like a new person, a new contact, a new connection, or like business meetings, interviews, or a date. You know, it's like this new connection happening. But with who, with what? Like, what is the significance of that? Why is that coming out? They want me to put that back. Okay. Okay. I got this before with a mature man, and it felt a little bit like they wanted it put back because it's somebody from the other side, and then we had the coffin. So I am saying here that some of the people that are watching have, I want to say, within the last year and a half, probably lost a male family member that has crossed over. And I don't know if this is a way to let you know that this reading is for you. Or that they are they're definitely making their presence known, but there's some significance in regards to a passed on significant male individual over the last 18 months. Okay. Legal documents, paperwork. Okay, so for some of you, may have been waiting, because the Death card came out again. I'm just going to say, if they're bringing up a passed on individual, you may be receiving some type of inheritance or something from that situation that will help bring back the stability, will help. I don't know why they're bringing that in, because this is definitely like wills, legal documents, any kind of contract, that type of thing. And it may be a situation where someone either reaches out to you, because we've got this connection, a new person coming in, a new contact. And I want to say that's not going to be for everybody, though. That's the whole... Okay, so I'm going to pull these cards back because I feel like these ones. First off, we've got the Great Fortune and Thoughts. So whatever this is that's coming in, it's just enough. It's the right amount, is what I want to say, to get you started on the plans. I feel like you even have a plan. Like, you know what the fuck you going to do. If you just had some money, you know exactly how it's going, the budget, how you're going to spend it, how you're going to keep yourself in this stability, and how you're going to build from this stable Four of Wands energy. So there's a sense of whatever this is that's coming in. For some of you, it's a new connection, like a new networking situation. It's something completely new. For other people, I want to say it's some type of for a small few of you, this is like 50-50, and I can't imagine that there's this many people, but there very well may be. There's some type of dealings or goings on with the contracts. You've been waiting for money to come in, basically, okay? And there's a lot of been back and forths on this. For some of you, yes, it is some type of, has some dealings to do with a person that has passed. For others, it is like this back and forth, negotiating, having to negotiate your worth, having to go back and forth with something. If there's some type of a contract where you've been either legally involved with it, or like there's been back and forth in courts somehow, something to that effect, all that's going to stop. That's going to end, and you're going to come into a good fortune, meaning that money's going to come in, the money that you're needing, and you're going to be able to implement the plans. Okay. I am going to pull these back though, because I'm feeling I have not had this one answered yet in totality. I do feel some people are going to be getting a new... And obviously, this is a very broad situation. A lot of people are at this destitute or desperate energy of lack. You know what I mean? Like, and it goes beyond just energy because it's the Pentacles. Like, there's a real lack in life that you can see. Can we specify? I feel like some people are gonna have a new contact. What is this? Y'all, no wonder I was confused. There's a hidden fucking card. Okay. All right. Whatever it is, this encounter is actually going to bring in a lot of, again, obviously we fucking know, brand new beginning, or something new. This is a new contact, whoever this is. It brings in a lot of change. It's going to bring in some type of unexpected income. They're not really giving me specifics other than that one scenario. And I know that's not for everybody. But for others, this is literally just something that you've been waiting for. And it may be too broad, too many people this is going to apply to really get into specifics. And I don't know why. For some, this feels like I'm getting the mother energy. So if somebody had a father, or grandfather, an uncle, or something to that effect, the female counterpart to that energy, and I know that's really specific, that's even like gendery specific, gendery, you know what I mean? Like genders, whatever. But, I think they're doing that for somebody to know, no, we're talking to you. And this, yeah, you're going to be elevated, whatever this is, okay? Why is this female figure showing up? Family. I'm telling you. Okay, all right, that's it. So, unexpected income coming in. It's going to take you from feeling like you're completely stuck and stagnant. Whoever this is a feminine energy. And I'd say I think you're already in the Queen of Pentacles. So you're in the mastery of the internal realm. You just haven't been able to execute things externally to you within your material world. King of Pentacles. And so this is like male, female, doesn't really fucking matter. You've been stuck. You've literally fucking, like, there was no way. No fucking way to move. You're going to be elevated out of that. That's what high honor is. It is almost like it's the recognition, but it's also the elevation of your situation, right? So whatever this is going to lift you out. For some of you, you do have a passed on loved one, and there's something in regards to that where that brings money into you. And it may be something that was stuck in limbo because of documentation, paperwork, things like that. And something may be coming in because they are mentioning and bringing forward the existing or the living, they corrected me, the still living counterpart to whoever that masculine energy was, because it's a family member. It is a family member to some degree is what I want to say. And for others, so there's money that's coming in, and I just feel like it's going to be shared is what it is. That's how you come into it. That's for somebody very specific, but for others, and I don't know, like they really hit that and browbeated that one. So if someone desperately needed to hear that, because that is like my brain is going, that can't be for very many people. but there is unexpected income that's going to come in through a new connection, through a resource that has the money, is what I want to say, that has that ability to bring some kind of new beginning and change for you. All right. It is a new connection. It is a new encounter. So expect someone new to come into your life that's going to be able to give you this unexpected income. The funny thing is, I've not received anything in regards to work. So that's where I'm a little confused. Is this a job opportunity, or is this just, because this feels like people who are just going to receive money. God, it just gives you mobility. Okay. We're not going to browbeat this by any means. It is a heavy money read. A funny thing is what I want to say is this could be a fucking investor. Like, that's the kind of energy I don't get. Like, somebody's coming in tangibly offering you a fucking job. I think you get access to the money you need to execute what you have already known what you want to do. Like, you are already in the Queen of Pentacles. You already knew. You just, the only thing that was missing was the money. Like, you either have a business plan or you have some kind of strategy and budget, and you're like, you have some kind of like, something that, you know, you're like, whatever. But there's two scenarios where either one, you make a contact, a connection with somebody, and they invest in you. Like, you get access to money. You get access to money to start that somehow. And for others, you're actually getting, there is some type of money coming in from a family or familial situation, inheritance type of situation, a legal situation. So it could be custody, it could be like child support, it could be, you know, all those kinds of things. So take that for what it is. But yeah, either way, you're going to get access to the money, that element that you've been needing this entire time to move forward. Shit fire. All right, well, yay for whoever this is for, and I hope that it reaches who it's meant to reach. Alrighty. Well, that's it. We're not going any further. Hope you have a fantastic day.